Hello, welcome to my first video. I decided to try out something new today, and today I am replacing my ubiquitous Samsung Galaxy S6, which I've had since, spring of 2015, right before I decided to move south. It was a new phone, it just entered the marketplace. This is not the original phone. I had damaged one about 6 months in, right before Thanksgiving in 2015. Damaged it pretty badly, put like a bullet hole type damage right there, something fell on it. So this one's a replacement. I started, I try to keep my phone as long as possible. It's paid off on a 30-month plan, and it started. It still works pretty well, but the battery life started to go down, and and you started to get a little hotter as I run basic applications, and I figured, okay, really don't want to buy a new phone. It's really not in the budget, and I really try to milk the phones as long as possible because it's so expensive. And a new Samsung, and I try to buy, decent quality phones. And they're running about, unlocked, phones run about $900 to $1,000. And they're really under any good deals right now. And my wife's an avid iPhone user, which I'm not. It's my first Samsung in many years. I had a Samsung flip phone many years ago. Oh God, easily 15 years ago. But that phone frizzed out on me, and that was back in the old days of when your phone frizzed out on you. You lost all your contacts, and that's back when I was before I was married, and I lost a lot of good numbers in there. So. You know what I mean, gentlemen. And so I was kind of upset at Samsung for that. So I didn't buy another Samsung after that for a long time. So this was my first Samsung since then. But it served me pretty well. But again, the whole rumor about, with all these updates with iPhone and even with Android, that they want you to upgrade, even though the hardware can handle what you do with it if you're not playing any major games or watching a lot of TV on, which I really don't. I'm just a basic phone guy. I just basically browse the web, social media, email, use a phone, listen to my podcast and music and stuff like that. And but I was finding that the battery life, so I said, you know what, I'm just going to invest in a new battery. And even though these, they've made these batteries non-replaceable, these very difficult to replace, and I went to a well-known battery store and had the battery replaced. It's a brand new battery. Worked well for about a week. Worked great for a week. And then launching any app, thing would get really hot. And, I know enough about microprocessors that it just seems like, Android is just running some app just to burn up the cycles to drain down that battery. So it wasn't the quality of the battery. The battery's brand new. So it was acting like it was a 2-year-old battery. So I really believe in this forced obsolescence that Samsung says, hey, we'll let you get away with, 2 generations, but once you get that 3rd generation, you have to upgrade. And, I kind of tend to punish companies when they kind of force me to buy something when I'm perfectly happy with the phone I got. So I've been hearing about this new company out there that's been out in the market for a few years now. It's been out, I think, a few years. It's based out of China. It's called OnePlus. And I've read a lot about it, and I decided to, hey, let me go out there and say, let me read up about it. I've read all about it, but then I had a friend visit. My friend visited from Germany, and he had a OnePlus 5T. And my God, was that a slick phone. That was a slick phone. And I said to myself, you know what? When this phone, after the battery issues with this phone, and started to get really a little bad on, started to go really bad on me, I said, okay, well, let me figure this out. So I looked at prices, and like I said, it's the Samsung S9, $1,900, S8, I figured, well, why am I getting the next generation lower? And I said, well, let me go get a Motorola. There's a couple of Motorola's out there that are, really cheap, $300, but they said, hey, if you're just using for a phone, it's great, but the camera really is not really up to par. I'm like, well, I kind of use this as a camera, take pictures of my kids, and, so I'm like, all right, well, what can I do? So I said, you know what? I know what I'll do. I'll just, if I'm gonna get, iPhone X level specs, Galaxy S9 level specs, let me spend as least money as possible, unlocked. So I looked at the OnePlus 6, which happily was going to be released 5 days later. So I waited the 5 days. May 22nd, OnePlus decided to launch their new phone, and I decided to order it. exactly at 10 o'clock. And 3 days later, here it is. Came by FedEx today. They had a special for $8. People ordered on the day of announce shipping. So here's the unboxing. It comes by FedEx. It actually came in a white FedEx wrapper. I took it off because I had all my personal information on it. So it comes in nice peanuts. I bought some accessories with it, so there's little accessories in it. All the shipping details. So that's the box it comes in. Let's see. There's your OnePlus 6. This looks like the phone. Here's my little car charger. Here's the outer shell case I bought. Okay, and this is looks like the cable that comes with the car charger. And these are all the little packing peanuts that came with it. So let me adjust my camera a little bit there. Okay, so let me get rid of these packing peanuts so we have some space. Save those for later. Actually, I shipped my Samsung tablet to get repaired. Screen died on me, so could use some packing peanuts for that. So I'll save those for later. All right, so here's your OnePlus. Comes with that. So the speed you need. OnePlus 6. Okay, and it's here are the specs. All right, Midnight Black. I got the 256 gigabyte model because you know, my last phone was 32 gigabytes and really couldn't store my music on that. And you know, it's one thing these big phone companies like Apple and Samsung do. They really overcharge you for the RAM. OnePlus really doesn't do that. They charge maybe like $30, $40 for an upgrade from like 128 to 256. So that's really a good buy. So they really don't preferably rape you on the charge of that. So let's do the unboxing. This model is actually all OnePluses are dual SIM, so that's kind of neat. So if you ever travel internationally, if you need to get a local SIM, so you don't pay the exorbitant charges that most international, most local, most of your home-based home country phone companies charge, you don't have to spend that much money. So that's kind of nice, you know. I actually had a T-Mobile account also. I'm actually an AT&T customer. That's the only thing. This is not a CDMA model. So if you are in America, if you are a Sprint or a Verizon customer, you are out of luck. This will not work. You have to be AT&T or T-Mobile. I'm not sure on the prepaid plans that work. I think that's like Boost, and I'm not sure of the equivalent AT&T and T-Mobile plans that are the prepaid equivalents of those carriers. But according to the OnePlus website, T-Mobile and AT&T do work with this model. So I'm not sure if I could use both SIMs, but my current Galaxy is AT&T, so that should work no problem. So let's do the unboxing. There we go, slow as it comes out. There it is. As you see my reflection of my ceiling fan, we'll do that. Looks very nice, right? Okay. A little background about me, you know. I'm firmly a Gen Xer. I was in university, college when when the internet was formed. You know, this is pre-web-based internet. This was so I've been on doing computers way, way, way back in the day. Inside, you know, just above the cap, there's the phone. Inside, there's your dash charger, which is their version of Qi fast charging. Let me get that out. Come on out. There we go. Put that over there, and then there's their, I guess that's their signature red and white cable. Anything underneath there? I don't feel anything underneath there. That's pretty in there. So my guess is there's nothing else in there. So let's put that to the side. And then we open it up there. And So there's a OnePlus. Actually, it's a nice little tray in there. It's a hard tray. It looks like if you didn't want to buy, like I said, I bought the beefier hard shell case. I forget how much I paid for it. I got a little discount on it. That's this case here. This is like the ballistic harder case. It comes with a basic rubber case. That thing comes with it. So if I didn't have to buy that one, but I wanted it just because I wanted to buy a little extra protection. But if you want the basic rubber case comes with it. So if you want to save a little extra money and just want a basic rubber, this comes with it. So that's what the nice thing about OnePlus is that they don't kill you on the stuff. They actually just give you the basics that you need. And then you got your manual here. Okay. And then your safety information and a tool to remove the SIM. So I'm going to power down my Samsung here. Let's see if I can get this tool out. My fingernails are with that kind of thing. And it sounds like my Samsung is out. Pop out the SIM. There we go. Now there's no expandable. There's no expandable card on the OnePlus, so keep that in mind when you buy. So it says back here. Notice the central of the camera is the NFC sensor. Place your SIM in the SIM card tray and insert the tray in the back of the device. Of course, please do not insert your SIM directly into the device. Warning, please don't attempt to disassemble the back cover. One is not responsible for any damage arising from the unauthorized steps on the device. You may contact a customer service report for any help. Okay, it's basically warning not to open it, which I think is self-explanatory. So, none of these companies want you to open their stuff, especially if it's hermetically sealed like that. Okay. There we go. Cool. Now, dual slim nano spots. Now I'm trying to see if I have to put in any particular nano slot. My guess is I don't think it matters. I think we'll just guess. Okay. Like she's in. And let's see. There we go. So I get that. Should recenter it, shouldn't I? I should turn it around this way. Hi there. There you go. English, United States. Start. There we go. Wonderful Wizard of Oz. So, there we go. Isn't that really nice? I think that looks beautiful. Looks like the battery's about half full. Looks like I got, So I got everything working okay. So, yeah, so that's, I'll probably make a second video once I get all my information on here and everything running. But I'm going to go play with this a little bit. But it looks like that was pretty much the unboxing. That's your start stepping through this. And you step through the terms and conditions. See? First time doing this, so please bear with me. You gotta agree to your terms and conditions as always. User experience program will improve the design. I usually say no to that. Specific program. Okay, issues with faster. No. I usually say no. Since surveys, no. So, I'm gonna start fresh because Lord knows what the hell I have on my old phone. So I'm gonna make this a fresh phone since I'm not going from an old Samsung because I don't know what I have on my old phone. So, all right, well that's it for now. That's a long enough video, I think. So I'm sure I've blathered on long enough. So if you want to see a comparison to the old phone, slightly larger, okay, but the thickness to the old Samsung S6, it's about the same. But I think it looks good. But we should do okay here. So I think I made a good choice, at least on price. Looks like you'll definitely won't have the battery issues. Obviously, that'll go away. But again, thank you for tuning in. This is GD1082 signing off, and thank you for watching.